Welcome to the wonderful first day of free agency where the Miami Dolphins are big money spenders yet again. This is Dolphins in Depth, a podcast provided to you by the Miami Herald. I am Miami Herald columnist Omar Kelly. Joining me is Isaiah Smalls to break down pretty much the only thing the Miami Dolphins were going to do in free agency. The biggest thing that happened today in free agency, unless you consider Mike Evans leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as a massive, colossal move. The Dolphins
being the highest paid receiver in NFL history, or what have you.
Sure. Indy makes bad decisions. I used to think their GM was pretty good, but a history has shown us they're making a series of bad decisions. But one decision that cannot be debated now is it's official. The Miami Dolphins have dumped Tua Tagovailoa. The divorce is final. The Dolphins are going to pay him a $54 million parting gift. That's what he's going to get in his guaranteed salary this year. There's talk that he's going to be joining the Atlanta Falcons eventually. Falcons are going to be paying him the minimum. You got something to say or add?
Oh no, I was just fixing my light. Go ahead, keep going.
Okay. Nobody cares what happens to X once you move on. And the Dolphins already got a new boo, Malik Willis. After going to the NFL Combine and saying, man, that price is a little too steep for us. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. The Miami Dolphins, which were the team that probably had the most knowledge, understanding, awareness of Malik Willis, who he is, what capabilities he has, decided to pay him a 3-year, $67.5 million contract. That contract includes $22.25 million in signing bonus, $1.25 million base salary, which when you divide up the signing bonus and add the base salary is going to make his year one cap hit at about $8.75 million. The next year of his contract is fully guaranteed at $21.5 million. So he's basically going to be making $23.5 million, then $21.5 million. And then he's got a $2 million roster bonus that's due on March 28, which is basically an option year. And that base salary is $20.5 million in 2028. So that means if he's a good player, a good starting quarterback in the NFL, he will get his $20.5 million. If he is a bust, the Dolphins will part ways from him after the first 2 seasons. No matter what, because the guaranteed money, he's probably going to be here. But as you could see with Tua, the Dolphins really don't care about that money because Boss Ross pockets is fat. He just got $125 million selling 1% of his franchise. Boss move right there. Boss move.
That was a good little chunk of change. Shout out Lin Ben, the newest minority owner of the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Malik Willis signing?
I'm surprised, to be honest, just from, you mentioned that conversation that we had with Sully. Like, it didn't seem that this was a likely move. It didn't seem like they could afford it. But to your point, they had the most knowledge of him, right? And so if they believe that he's going to be the guy, you kind of really can spare no expense to get your guy.
That's not really sparing any expense because if you're thinking about it,
no. And they got to.
Would you pay $23 million for a starting quarterback?
I would, but I think that's what was interesting about this situation is that the money that we thought he was going to command wasn't what he got. Right?
You thought he was going to command that.
I mean, that wasn't just me. That was me.
He still got a lot of money. But this whole $30 million a year conversation.
Yeah, he didn't get a $30 million per year, which is what, Rappaport, that's what all the guys were saying. I just was, I was just reporting the news. You can columnize it, right? I'm just reporting what was out there, right? So to me, I was just surprised from that. Now you're right. I think he was more so 20 million range, right? Yeah. But after the combine, we saw the draft class up close and personal. We've seen the free agents out.
There ain't nobody there, bro.
Exactly. There's no one there.
And if you're banking on a quarterback in next year's draft, you don't know what you gonna get.
You're completely correct. But still, which is why I believe he would command a higher price. But shout out the Dolphins for getting the deal done at a reasonable amount. I'm interested. I already tweeted it
I
out.
still don't think it's reasonable. It's okay.
It would between the 35 million
35 passes last year.
The 35 million was a legitimate. That was a legitimate. I don't know who was going to.
We gonna pay $1 million per pass.
Hey, look, man. Look. Again, if that's your guy and you have conviction and him being the one, the franchise savior. Like, what are you gonna do? You gonna say, a couple million? I can't do it. No, you're gonna get your guy.
Here's my thing, and I think that, in my mind, they passed test number one, which was they've always said quarterback's the most important piece. We got to address the quarterback. What we didn't know is whether or not they had a conviction about Malik Willis, but the GM that drafted him is here. The GM that traded the GM, that executive that was part of the GM that traded for him when he was in Tennessee is here. Mm-hmm. The coach who saw him every day at practice preparing his defense is here. If they had let the Phoenix outbid them, and I really don't know what Phoenix is doing because it didn't really make that much sense to me. Cut Kyler Murray, pay him to go away, and then go get the Chinatown version knockoff of Kyler Murray. Like
what they're calling Malik Willis.
The styles are very similar. He likes to run when but he's small. He's small, which is
apparently him and Tua have the same, at least measurables, height and weight. That the team reports. No one knows if
no. It's accurate. It's from they are 6'1", 225 pounds. Now their build might be a little bit different because Tua's all legs, as you know. He's a little stocky, the booty a little bit thick. I said it. He got a little lower trunk area region is bigger than.
Let's just move on. I'm not even going to address that one.
I evaluate football players and I evaluate their physique as well. Don't act like you didn't think Jalen Phillips was a Greek god, Adonis. He got.
You said that. You said you're the one that.
What is he at? What is he at? $140 million?
Yeah, that's a rich man right there. Shout out the Carolina Panthers for. That's a lot of money. And as I tweeted out, if he can turn those pressures into sacks, that deal will be worth it.
Love that for him. I never like complain when a guy wins and does well, especially in the market, because these owners not getting any poorer. Steve Ross, he sold 1% for $125 million. That's and to be honest with you, that's chump change to Ross. That's pocket money.
That's not a lot of bread there.
But let's get to how the Dolphins were able to manage to make this financially work. Understand, we already talked about the cap space needed. When you determine the cap space, it's your signing bonus, which is $22.25 million divided by the amount of years of the deal, which is 3 years. It might be 4 if they put a void year in it, but hopefully this team has smartened up and stopped using damn void years, considering it's basically what got them in this mess in the first place, or contributed to the mess. And you add your base salary. So technically he's going to be making $23.5 million. How the Dolphins and 8.75 is going to count against the cap. Now, coming into today, the Dolphins were under the cap after cutting Alec Ingold, who's found work, by the way, with the Arizona Cardinals.
No,
cutting Jason
Chargers.
Oh, sorry. What I said? Yes, Chargers. He's reunited with Mike McDaniel. They cut Jason Sanders, and then today they also traded Minka Fitzpatrick, which is a surprise to nobody that it happened. I think what is a surprise is why it happened, which is they needed to create cap space to sign Malik Willis. Once I saw Minka got traded for a 7th round pick. Which is basically you traded Minka for pocket change in somebody's pocket.
Yeah.
Hey.
Into a division rival, which doesn't you have to face him twice a year. That I don't understand.
Don't scare me. Yeah, I mean, twice a year, I'm good. You scared of Minka?
I will say this. I think a lot of people who have said like, oh, he's washed up. I don't think he's washed up.
Bro, he ain't washed up.
I think he's a good player still. I don't know if he puts fear in my heart, but like he's still a good player. He's still a good piece. I just don't like trading away talent to someone I face twice a year. That's my thing. Like it doesn't matter if you're Boo Boo the Fool. Like I don't want you to have my anything that's good come your way, to be honest. But like
I ain't worried about it. And Minka signed a extension, 3-year, $40 million. We don't know the details of it. Don't know what the signing bonus of it is. I'm not going to say whether it's real or fake. Again, for those who watch me, those who know my work, only thing that matters is the guaranteed money. Everything else is fake. It's fugazi. Malik Willis only signed a 2-year deal. The 3rd year, it's an option for the Dolphins if he's a very good starter. And by that time, if he's a very good starter, Malik Willis will have shaken down the Dolphins for twice that amount of money. So y'all can sit here and play with this play with these contracts and believe all the funny money you would like. Mm-hmm. Only money that really matters is guaranteed money. I'm surprised that Minkah was traded only for a 7th-round pick. Now, I get it. You had to give him a new deal. Minkah's the caliber of veteran who's not going to be playing for free. You're not going to decide where you're going to go. Even though Drew Rosenhaus didn't acknowledge that Minkah had asked for a trade, let's be real about this situation. And Minkah definitely wanted the hell up out of here.
But to the Jets, though?
Yeah, exactly. And that's my point. You want the hell up out of here, but you go to the Jets?
Jets, though? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
We don't know.
It's a perplexing move considering, like, the pieces that they do have. I mean, like, I saw who they just got Demario Davis back, which is good. He's a good locker room guy. Still very productive at his big age. I'm trying to think who else they got.
Big age, that man.
No. You know what's funny? Like I had.
That's a Caribbean term, right?
Big age, for real?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, like I interviewed him like a decade ago, I think, when he was on the Jets. That's what I'm saying. Like I interviewed him his first stint on the Jets, and now like he's back. Like he deserves big age for that one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Geno Smith might be back too. You never know. Listen, I thought if the Dolphins didn't get a deal done with Malik Willis, I thought Geno Smith was destined to be here. I'm glad it's Malik Willis, and I'm not gonna front. I'm not a huge Malik Willis fan, but I'm open and optimistic, as I consistently say. These guys know more than everybody about Malik Willis. But I'm also not a Geno Smith fan. Geno Smith is probably the only quarterback in the NFL that had a worse season than Tua Tagovailoa last year.
Would you have preferred Geno over Kyler?
No. I think Kyler Murray's a top quarterback on the market just because as long as he could still run, he's a very dangerous weapon. The question is, you don't know if he could still run, which, that's what happens with. That's why, for those who know my work, they know I don't really like athletic quarterbacks. I don't like scramble first quarterbacks. I like quarterbacks who can run when pocket collapses. It's necessary. If you just try to run for a first down because you're trying to run for a first down, you're not going to last very long. That's not
fair. That's fair. You're going to take those hits. I think that's what happened with Lamar last year a little bit. Even though Lamar has improved to be a tremendous passer.
Tremendous is a little stretch.
Tremendous.
Come on. Upper echelon. Good. Tremendous. Come on now.
Wait. Hold on. You're not going. Hold on. You're not going to say that. No, if I remember his the year that, 2024, the season that Josh won the MVP. Man, he threw 41 and 4 interceptions 2 years ago. You're telling me he's not a tremendous passer, completing 67% of his passes?
Tua's the second-time leading completion percentage guy in the NFL. Does that make him a tremendous passer?
I don't know. See. Now you moving goalposts now.
No.
I'm not debating.
Lamar is a tremendous athlete playing quarterback.
He is a tremendous athlete. He's a tremendous
passer.
Let's not act like he's that.
Who would I give tremendous passer to?
Who would you for 4,000? Come on, bro. 4,000 yards and 41
tremendous athlete.
Only 4 interceptions.
Tremendous athlete.
He literally led the league in touchdown percentage. He threw a higher percent of touchdowns than anybody else in the league. You tell me he's not a tremendous passer.
Because he's a threat running his leg. They got to play him differently in defense. Who do you play differently in defense other than Lamar? Like, it's you have to have a spy on him that opens up things for everybody else. I'm not disrespecting the man. I said a tremendous athlete.
I feel disrespected. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not going to give him tremendous passer. A tremendous passer puts back shoulder throws, threads the needle.
Let's move on.
All right. A tremendous player. I'll give you tremendous player. Tremendous passer? You're asking for too much now. You pushing a little bit.
Anybody that can throw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns, you are a tremendous passer because that is not easy to do. There's only a handful of guys that have been able to do that, right? And those are guys that you usually call tremendous passers. They're the upper echelon of throwing the ball, regardless of how it looks, regardless of if they can make all the throws in the books. I like 4,100 yards. You made some throws, my boy.
He ran for how many yards in that season? 1,000? 900?
Hold on, sorry. Hold on, my bad.
See,
he ran for. Hold on, sorry. Adjusted passing. Why does it keep showing me passing rushing? 915.
915. That's a dangerous weapon right there.
It is a dangerous weapon.
I have to defend it differently. The passing lanes are going to be open. Sorry, like I can't like.
But he still has to make the throws, though. Like you're right, stuff's going to be open, but
that's true. And he can make the throws, and he's a much improved quarterback than when he started.
Definitely.
But I'm not, and that's the thing. Getting back to Malik Willis, when you watch his film from 2024 and 2025, he likes to run a lot. He likes to run in very opportune moments and creates yardage for himself. Athletic, lot of savviness to him. Okay, that's great, and it's going to be good and effective until defenses create a book for you. Mm-hmm. Then once they create a book for you and they start hitting you because you're running 8 times a game and they start hitting you 8 times a game, are you going to last 17 games? That's a whole different ball game right there. So, but props to the Dolphins for getting the deal done. They won day one of free agency. They got the big fish at quarterback. I'm curious to see how this plays out for everybody else in the league. Where's Kyler Murray going to go? Where's Kirk Cousins going to go? I find it very interesting that nothing's happened with Kirk Cousins, and he's been the top businessman in the NFL for decades.
He's a businessman. He's not.
Kirk Cousins pimped the system, baby. Even Russell Wilson. I don't know why everybody's not to say that he's a good starter. But
I'm about to say, did you watch any of Russell Wilson last year?
Yes, I did. He's a quarterback. Awesome. He's a quarterback who lost his arm. He's in the Tua camp where he lost his velocity, lost his running ability. Just because a young, fresh-legged quarterback comes in there and starts doing well, that doesn't mean he's awful. I'm not saying that he could save my team or be a savior. He's way past his prime. Like, let's be real about it. He was drafted in 2012. We are now in 2026. Like, that's 14 years of a small athletic quarterback. Hey, props to you for making it this far, and you got Sierra on your arm. Like, man, props to you, big dog. But your career as a starter might be over. It should
be over. Shoot.
Huh?
It should be over. After seeing the way Dayball was pissed. I remember I forget what game it was. They had gotten in the red zone, right? And it was Russell. Jackson Darter got hurt, so it was Russell's time to come in. And when I tell you, Dayball looked so mad, and I'm pretty sure he didn't convert too. Like, he was in the red zone, had 4 chances. The last pass sailed over or right under the goalpost. I was like, oh yeah.
He probably had no practice reps all week. It is
Sure,
what it
you're
is.
right. Whatever the excuses
But
are,
you got to get it when you get your opportunity. You got to get in there and make things happen. That's how the game works.
Bottom line. That's the bottom line. That's how you take someone's position.
Mhm. So Tua is been shown the door. As we know, he's going to get that $54 million one way or the other. Big Daddy Ross still going to write those weekly checks to Tua Tagovailoa. Whatever team signs him is going to be able to sign him to offsetting language. There's a lot of talk about the Atlanta Falcons being in the mix for Tua. I wouldn't be shocked if he's with Indianapolis holding it down for Daniel Jones, who's coming back from the Achilles in December. Without a doubt, and most people realize this, Tua is going to play for a dome team. Yeah. It's just the wise thing to do if you're Tua, if you're his camp. Get him into an environment where the elements are at least a little bit controlled. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily impact your game planning. And I've said this before. We don't know if his arm can regenerate. We don't know if his arm can get back the zip. We don't know if he could shed 20 pounds and regain his mobility. We don't know if stem cell, blood doping, and whatever else you want to call gets done in Germany and Bahamas. They do it in Bahamas too.
I know they do in Bahamas.
They do it in the Bahamas. Tua spent a lot of time in the Bahamas. I'm just letting you know. We don't know what that's going to do for Tua. Yeah. Also, on top of that, there's a little situation where, let's be real about it. This team, whoever is at quarterback, not going to be very good. They've basically spent all their cap space right now on the quarterback, which is, most important position in the game. Everything else now will probably be minimum-based contracts because there's only one way that they can create cap space moving forward. Outside of extending Achane or Jordan Brooks or Aaron Brewer, those are three avenues. They can extend them. Terrell Dotson, cutting him and creating $3 million worth of cap space when he's a $3 million player, that's a decision that this organization has to make. I would make the argument that I'm not going to get a starting 100 tackle linebacker, impactful play linebacker for $3 million. Do you think you get that for $3 million?
No, that's usually not out there. It's not. Even though I low-key like the linebackers in this draft, though.
I do too, which is, I think it's actually the deepest position in the draft.
Yeah, Jacob Rodriguez, Kyle Lewis, like there's some guys that won't be. Obviously, Sonny Styles is the headlines of the class, but like Kyle Lewis impressed me when I was in Mobile. Jacob Rodriguez, he was impressive as well, and obviously I'd watch a few of his games. I just like the way he moves. So I mean, there's some guys. There's definitely some guys in this draft that, if they choose to part ways with him, like they have options, and that's all. That's really all you can ask for in the draft is options.
Yeah. Right now, if I know the Dolphins, they will conduct themselves in free agency, probably signing minimum guys, as we've already discussed on this podcast. They need one quarterback. They need probably one running back. They need 3 tight ends. They need 3 wide receivers. They need 3 offensive linemen, 2 guards, and a backup tackle. They need 3 pass rushers. They need probably 2 inside linebackers. They need 3 cornerbacks. They need 3 safeties. They need a kicker. A lot of things. They got 9 draft picks.
Do they need a punter too?
Oh yeah, bro, I ain't paying no punter.
But Jake Bailey left, though. I'm pretty sure. Didn't I just see that? Didn't I see that? He's signed somewhere else.
Did he? Jake Bailey signed somewhere else?
Bailey signed somewhere else. Yeah. Schefter tweeted it out, and I thought it was while I was writing it. He just tweeted initially it was Jake Bailey signs, former Dolphins punter signs. And I was like, where is he signing? Yeah, Jake Bailey. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Jake Bailey. Yeah, Falcons. 3-year, $9 million deal that includes $5 million fully guaranteed.
3-year, $3 million a year, 5 fully guaranteed. That means 2.5 a year for the first 2 years. Yeah, dog. Sorry.
You ain't gonna do that?
No, I'm not. Like even Julian Hill, the tight end, $3.5 million of restricted tender tag. Nah, dog, I'm good. Like, and he's a valuable special teamer. He's played 600 snaps. Right now, I'm signing dudes for $2 million and less.
I'm on that stuff.
So I am. I got a lot of needs, dog. I got a lot of needs. I got a lot of positions to fill. And more than likely, I'm going to wait till pretty much Thursday when the market, chill out a little bit. Chill out. Right now, it's the big money dudes. Definitely. And Dolphins signed that, got that big fish throughout the reel and reel it in.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's
real. We'll see. Hopefully, they are smart enough to. This counts, as I say all the time.
I was gonna say it counts, right?
It counts. This is you get two. You get two rolls of the dice. One roll that one bad. Okay, we get another roll of the dice. When you throw it out there, what you got is what you got, big dog. Like
so. What do you? So just based on what you saw from Malik Willis, based on the weapons that they had here, obviously we need to fill out the rest. H.N. and Waddle. Those are weapons. Weapons. Like
those,
that's
okay. Those.
Based on what they have right now, what do you think is the ceiling, the floor? Obviously, it's probably going to be somewhere in the middle.
It's too much to fill in. It's too much to fill in right now. Even with the sign of Malik Willis, I don't think anybody would project him to win 7 games. And that's no disrespect to Malik Willis. That's no disrespect to the Dolphins organization. Mm-hmm. How many holes did I tell you about? Like
it was 11.
Yeah. Like did you count the punter?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I got 11 holes on my roster. Not 11, but 11 spots that I got to address on my roster. Like that's a lot of spots, and that some of mine I got to do multiple times. Yeah. Add a free agent, draft one early, sign an undrafted free agent. That's how it's gonna go, and that we'll just ride out with the results.
Yikes! That's not a good way. Shopping at the discount bin is not a good way to.
It didn't work out for the Miami Dolphins last year, but I will argue to you that in some instances it did. Look at the cornerback situation. One of the last guys you signed, a guy who was paid $1 million.
Yeah.
I think he made $1 million. Not Jack Jones. Rasul Douglas? Yeah, he turned out bargain bin basement. Turned out one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. So you never know. It just comes down to evaluating and getting that right. And thank God these evaluators are new because.
It's more so a shot in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, we were just throwing darts with blindfolds on the last one. Just closing our eyes, throwing it against the
target. Let's just hope that hits the target.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but it is what it is. Like, dude wasn't very good at his job. Like, let's be real.
New regime, those are old problems. Those are 2025 problems.
Yeah. On that note, Dolphins in depth. This is free agent week. We have no idea when we'll be back. We might be back tomorrow. Boss Ross said, "Give me something else." Steve Ross loves to win free agency. He went out and he got himself the biggest quarterback. Ain't that something? He ain't had no money.
No money, but still got the biggest fish. Look, I love to see it. Love to make it happen.
Broke as a joke. Out here landing the biggest quarterback, giving him. It's not even a big contract. I thought he'd get. I forget what my number was. I thought he'd get like $30 million. He got $40 million. Props to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
we'll see. I'm still looking forward to see that.
You know what it does, and this is important. And I got young whippersnapper. I got to educate this to you about these Dolphins. You know what the Dolphins are professionals at?
Spending money,
selling hope.
I ain't gonna lie. Even I feel hopeful.
They got you. They inject that hope right in your veins. They were like, let's get that hope right in there.
That is the most hopeful I've felt since I've joined the beat. I'm gonna be honest.
this is a hope selling franchise. So they have now peddled some hope. They the premium hope dealer around here. Like, listen, they know how to sell them some hope. So we shall have a week of Malik Willis talk. It'll be interesting to see what happens when he finally does talk to the media. I'm very curious to hear from Arizona what their bidding situation was. And hopefully Dolphins didn't get played. But, if they did, it wouldn't be the first, probably won't be the last. On that note, Dolphins in depth, we are out, and we will see you later this week.